Did you know black people were once considered a delicacy?
Oh yeah, bring me 3 plates of Devante. They used to kill black people and eat like meats. Have you ever heard of something called the ball crusher? The use of knives, hot irons, or blacksmith tools, even vices or clamps to hold or crush parts of the body to increase the level of torture. Someone mentioned it casually one day, like it was nothing, and I laughed because I thought they were joking, but they weren't. It was a device they use on black men, like they put it like on their balls, and it will crush the balls before it will cut it off. Oh, but this is not even the most gruesome part of the story, cause black people were experiments. Said black people were biologically inferior, that our skulls were different, our brains smaller, but somehow our pain tolerance was higher. So they experimented no anesthesia, no consent. Medical textbooks were written using black bodies as practice. And those textbooks, they were taught for generations, which is why even today, black pain is questioned, ignored, dismissed. That's why black women still die in childbirth at shocking rates. Not because gynecology itself started from experimenting on black. So they would put black women on the table. The doctor male, of course, he'll perform procedures on them without any form of anesthesia, and the women end up dying. But his whole reason for doing that was that black women have more pain tolerance. Of course, research has shown that it's a lie. Black women don't have more pain tolerance, but this is still affecting black women in some countries today, because even when they are complaining, they don't take them seriously because they believe they are stronger than other women. Why are you complaining? You will survive. That's one of the reasons why a lot of black women die while giving birth in foreign countries. Which brings us to babies. Yeah, black babies. The other thing is they used to do was use black babies as alligator bait. Yeah, they'll put black babies in water, living ones in the water, like in the shallow part, to lure the alligator. Like when they are screaming and shouting, it will lure the alligators out, and the alligator will catch the baby. And if they want to catch the alligator, they will now from there shoot the alligator and get it. If they don't want to catch it, this was so entertaining that it was like a merchandise. And what they found is so entertaining that people used to come and watch. Do you know where the term motherfucker came from? So there's this thing the white people used to do. They'll take a woman's son, then they'll blindfold the son, then they'll force the son to like sleep with the mom. The reason why they blindfold just the son is because if he sees that it's his mom, he won't be able to use it. He will not know that it's his mom to enable him to, use it. But the woman's eyes will be open, and they found it entertaining. They used to sit down and watch. Then when they want to like insult the black people, they start calling them motherfuckers because they used to make them sleep with their moms. But there's more of where that came from. Oh, but we still just getting started on this story time. Your black people hair. They normally find black people hair and use black people hair as stuffing or as cushion for chairs, like expensive chairs and pillows. Yup, you can go look it up. What about skin? They used to use black people's skin for leather bags, shoes, belts, but they used to use black people's skin to make leather belts, shoes, bags. In those days, you find different ranges of leather products, the bags and the shoes in different colors, different ranges. But these days, the leather bag colors are very limited because now they're not using purely animal skin, but they used to use black people's skin. What about teeth? I told you it's ally. So they used to remove the teeth of slaves because their teeth get rotten and like put it in like a dental and they wear it. I think George Washington had one. It's all there. You can Google it if you think I'm lying. They have like a museum where they put these things. Those set of dentals are still there till today. How did I forget about the breeding program? Oh yes, they used to bring young 18 to 45. Those are the women that were in the breeding program, and they bring young men to like get them pregnant. So they just give birth to like black babies and stuff. Only God knows what the black babies were used to do. I thought that was the worst of it. I really did. When they said slavery was over, they didn't give freedom. They gave rules. They passed laws called black codes. If you didn't have a job, prison. If you walked too slowly, prison. If you couldn't prove where you were going, prison. And prison was just slavery with a new name. They called it convict leasing. They arrested black men by the thousands, then rented them out to farms, to mines, to railroads. Except this time, the owners didn't care if they lived, because they could always get another body. They stripped us of our names, our languages, our gods. You weren't Yoruba or Igbo or Akan. You were boy, you were girl, you were property. Families were separated on purpose because a people without roots are easier to control. They told us we came from nothing, that we were nothing. And after centuries of hearing it, some people started to believe it. So when someone says that was a long time ago, I wonder, why does it still feel unfinished? After slavery ended, black people were promised land, 40 acres and a mule. They never got it, but white families did get something: loans, land, head starts. That's how generational wealth was built. In black families, they were locked out, redlining, segregation, laws that said where you could live, work, or even breathe. So when people ask why the gap still exists, this is why. Trauma doesn't disappear. It adapts. Fear passed down as discipline. Silence passed down as strength. Survival passed down as identity. Parents taught children how not to be killed, how not to attract attention, how not to upset the wrong person. That kind of fear rewires a people. And then society turns around and asks, why are you like this? Why don't you just forgive? Why do you keep bringing it up? Why are you still angry? But healing requires truth, and truth requires remembering. You can't move on from something that was never repaired. You can't forget what still shapes the world you live in. This wasn't just history, it was a system. And systems don't disappear, they evolve. So when people ask, why can't black people just move on? I ask again, move on from what exactly?